Perek Memhei. Now the way you have to look at Perek Memhei is a short little Perek. It's the only place in Tanya we have Teferes B'chlal. Lamed Ches Lamed Tes Mem was always the Chilu Rechimu, Ava V'yireh. Mem Aleph was Eved and Ben. Mem Beis Mem Gimel was Yireh. Mem Gimel Mem Daled was Ahava. The whole Perek of Yitzhak Teferes and Rachman is Memhei. From what I know, and of course what I know is nothing, the only other place where the Alter Rebbe mentions Teferes, besides of course Perek Gimel, is Perek Tes. And I pointed it out to you at the time, that he speaks about Ahava, and he speaks about Yireh, and then he says, V'chein simchas levo b'tferes havai v'adar ge'eni, the bottom of page 26. It's the only other reference that I know in the Likutei HaMorim to Tferes, and he calls it Simcha. Why? Because Ahava is wanting, Yireh is being afraid, and Teferes is having. When you're in the state of Estaklusa, be Yikara the Malka, when you have a connection to the Eibishter, an Eifin of Dvekos or Estaklos, so then you have Simcha from it. Perek Memhei is the only Perek that talks about Teferes, and at least the first half of the Perek doesn't describe Teferes in terms of already having. To the contrary, the Teferes that the Alter Rebbe describes here is Poshet, having Rachmanas on the Neshama, have mercy on your soul, which was discussed in Tanya Saf Perek Chav Ches. The second half of this Perek came in Kleden. We'll see tomorrow if you could be medayik that the Alter Rebbe is suggesting Dveikus. It means Teferes. We'll see that tomorrow. But today's sheet is very simple. What's means Teferes? You want to serve the Eibishter Teferes? Think about your neshama and push to have Rachmanas on it. And have Rachmanas, you'll do something about it, as opposed to wanting Hashem or fearing separation from Hashem and so forth. Perek Memhei Oid Yesh Derech Yosh is another pathway, which is called Yoshef, the middle of the road. Lifnei Ish, before a person. Lastly, b'teiro mitzvahs l'shmon, to learn the mitzvahs for the sake of Yiddishkeit. This is interesting to l'shmon, as opposed to l'dafka be'yizbarach. That's the nafshe. Itay midas, aydei midas asher Yankiv Avinu olav Hashem, through the midah of Yankiv. She midas harach, which is the midah of Rachmanas. Now, who do you have to have Rachmanas on? A shval ruach. Look at yourself as a shval ruach. You have Rachmanas on yourself. Shehi, what is it? Midas harachim, the midah of Rachmanas. Le'eirer b'machshavtei, to arouse in one's thought. First of all, racham imram lifnei havaya. Great compassions before Hashem. He said to the Eibishter, have Rachmanas on my neshama. I'll need to tell a course on the divine spark. Hamachai, you turn the page nafshe, that gives vitality to this person's neshama. Ashayar and Mimkele, which has descended from its lofty source. We had this idea also in Tanya Perek Lamed Aleph. Chai means say Baruch Hu, the source of all living things, which is the Eibishter. Hamamalak Alam and V'Sevav Kalam Ukolak Meink Lachshev, who reveals himself in the world and he's hidden from the world, and the whole world is insignificant as far as he's concerned. So the neshama descends from that lofty point. When it slaps and it has revealed itself, b'mishcha dechiv, in the skin of the snake. And the Rebbe has here footnotes. What's the pshat mishcha dechivya? One place says mishcha dechivya is klipas nega. Why? Chivya is Charles Subasat Meis, Lagamri. So the Mishcha the Chivya, the Lavush of the Chivya, the snake, is Klippas Nega. And then he brings different Eifanim. The Mishcha the Chivya means the goof. And as a result, this holy neshama is now it's distant from the light of the countenance of the king. In the greatest measure of distance. And the Alter Rebbe said in Tanya Perek Lamed Vav, Ki ha'elam hazeh, because this world, hu tachlis ha'klipas hagasas chol, it's the end of the most coarse klipas. This is called tachtein shein tach lamatei bena. Ubefrat, and this is compounded further. In addition to the fact that I'm in a lowly world, of course, I'm a very, very big tzaddik. Kisha yizker al kol ma'aseh v'di'ibur of machshaveisav. One considers everything he does and speaks and thinks. Since the time he came into being, that were not so good. But hitim, and the king is trapped in shackles and chains. But hitim, the chains of the brain. In other words, the person's neshama is fargolus. It's not free to express itself because of elam hazeh, because of prior misdeeds. But who said, Yankiv is a cord of the Eibishter's nachala, right? Like it says in the Geras Tshuva. And therefore, since Yankiv are a cord, the Eibishter's nachala, my neshama is a piece of alakus. And when my neshama is not beseder, because the piece of alakus, that means that alakus is trapped. Or when it pulls on a cord, you have it in the Geras Tshuva that every Yiddish neshama is Yankiv chav nachalas, we're a piece of alakus. And therefore, my hagbolah, being first of all in a guf mishcha dechivya, and second of all because of the wonderful misdeeds of Ma'aseh, the word of Machshaveisav, who said Golos Hashchira, which is the mystical idea of the neshama being in Golos, the Eibishter being Golos, which is the neshama being Golos. I mean to say it's not free to express itself, and therefore you say to Rachmanis, have mercy on your soul. May return to the Eibishter and he'll have Rachmanis on it. In other words, to have Rachmanis, not on yourself, God forbid, on the Eibishter. Al Shem Havaya, in the name of the Eibishter, Al Sheikhin Itanu, which rests in us. Kiddiksiv, as the Pasuk states, Al Sheikhin Itanu B'teichtumais, the Eibishter rests B'teichtumais, we're not Tumah. You have earlier in Tanya. But the Alter Rebbe says this idea, you have to have Eir Rachma B'atru. And the Alter Rebbe then says, Ulama ne Yasek Echelek Havaya Ameh. The Eibishter will have Rachmanis on you, not for you. For himself, when you're need to tell the key, when you're in the Neshama is in Golos, the Eibishter is in Golos. So one way of serving the Eibishter, Pasha to beg the Eibishter Hab Rachmanis. It's a very basic avodah. Av means I love the Eibishter, I want the Eibishter. Yira means I'm afraid of separation. Rachmanis means I'm so far with the Eibishter, I Pasha to have Rachmanis on myself. Like I said to you before, there's another side to Teferes. If on the one hand Teferes means I'm far away from Hashem and you're asking Hashem for Rachmanis, the Teferes is the from Mistaklos, Bikara de Malka, the from Simcha of being Davik and Elkos. We'll see tomorrow.